Good evening. Welcome to KYU 24/7 News. This is the panel, and with me here are panelists who will be tackling down the issue of the Kenyatta University School of Education grading system. We are aware that there are changes that are to be implemented, and comrades are happy. So we want to listen and hear at what extent that the comrades are happy. So let me just begin by introduction from my left.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel Rono. I'm a student leader and also aspiring in the next elections. We'll be aspiring to be the congressperson.
The congressperson.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. Karibu.
Thank you so much, KU 24/7, for having me in the panel. My name is Olanga Gabriel. I'm the current chairperson, Education Students Organization, in School of Education and Lifelong Learning. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, you are quite a guest here.
Oh, thank you.
Karibu sana for always honoring our invitation. On my right?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm Odhiambo Michael, a student here at KU University third year. Just mwananchi wa kawaida.
Mwananchi wa kawaida. But you are from the College of Education?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And let us begin by tackling the matter as it is. We have a grading system that has come into place, and comrades are asking how was it possible to push for this, because we are aware that it had been the changes had been made from 40 to 50. Now we are from 50 to 40. Let me just start with the one who was here, Bwana Gabriel Eso. The chairperson, you know everything in this school. So just give us a little history.
Well, thank you once again. I want to be very tactical on the issue, because it's something that has actually taken long before the implementation. The leaders that were there before tried to work on matters education, and also what entails in grading system. The CBC, as we all know, it is a new curriculum that has been absorbed in the system of education entirely countrywide. And I thank the government of Kenya for considering Kenyatta University to be an incubation institution for the CBC curriculum. Let us have this matter at this look. We are having those students that are not taking education as a course, but they are having units that they share with the education students. For instance, I'll take the SPAS part of it. The SPAS, those that are maybe Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science General, Bachelor of Science Biology, to be specific. We have some of the units that we share with the education students and also the SPAS students. The grading system is totally different. You'll find that we are having one lecturer teaching that particular unit, having the same content. But when it comes to grading, you'll find that the education students are graded highly with a pass mark of 50, and the SPAS students, or the Bachelor of Science students, are being graded at a pass mark of 40. Remember, one, it will affect our GPA, because after all, that is what we all target and aim at when it comes to graduation. Number two, about the job market. It will actually disadvantage us. Now that when you compare Kenyatta University, we accept it is the incubation institution on matters CBC, but we also have other institutions that are also being absorbed in the system of CBC, the new curriculum. Them are having maximum performance now at a pass mark of 40, but with us we're having a pass mark of 50. Remember, when we all maybe submit our papers there, we submit our papers in the panel, maybe to be absorbed in the TSC. They will look at the GPA, the scores. But you'll find somebody who is having 70 at Kenyatta University is having maybe a second class up. Somebody who is having 70 in another institution is having a first class. holder.
Yeah.
So it will be a disadvantage because according to the policies of those being absorbed in the TSC, they'll mark according to the performance.
Yeah.
The first class maybe 5 marks. You see, second class maybe 3 marks or 2 or maybe, depending on the policies they could have enacted.
Yeah.
So it is going actually to be a disadvantage to us as students. We might be contented with matter CBC, but because of the grade that maybe we obtained here, or we are going to be disadvantaged in the job market.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And I believe you've been teaching practicums and even teaching, you're going to your practicals right now. And in your practicums, you interacted with students from other universities who had a different grading system. And from your experience with them, how did you perceive the Kenyatta University, the one that is marking you at a D of 50?
Yeah, a 40. As a D of 50, yeah?
A D of 50, yeah, but them a D of 40. How was the experience just talking to them and interacting with them? Yeah.
Thank you. You know, the first thing, we say that Kenyatta is a world-class university.
Yeah.
So we say that our grading system is high, but it's actually disadvantaging us. Number one, while I was at teaching practicum, there was an interview of the interns of the teachers on CBC. I had a friend of mine who told me that whichever the institution, whether KU, UN, if you have an A there, they don't care where you come from. So they were awarding 50 marks, say 5 marks for first class, as my friend Gabriel have said. But through interaction with the people who are, or who I was with them at teaching practicum, they were, if I have a B in communication skills, of course they have an A. So they say that I read more than you, actually from the look of things. If I open my portal and they open theirs, it seems that I'm not reading. I have D in the portal and they have B and C.
Yeah.
So it means that actually I'm not reading. So I sit down and if they argue about creativity and critical thinking, other things, I sit down and say, I'm not fitting that. Because actually it's a disadvantage.
So you say a D is a D.
A D is a
The D does not matter whether it's from Kenyatta University or from Kabiang.
That's a D of 59. And that they're having a C of 50. So, comparing 50 and 59
and 49.
Me, I'm 59, and they're having 50. But I have a lower grade compared to them.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have a D and they have a C. A D of 59 and a C of 50. So it's really disadvantaging us.
Yeah, it's really disadvantaging us. And let's go to Rono. Rono, let's say you are a first year, going to your second year. And how is this grading system affecting the first years?
Okay, I can say we are quite new to the university, right? But we understand what Kenya wants, what Kenya is, right? We know the outside there at the job market. Of course, they'll be considering the grades. Someone says that someone argues that the CBC the CBC students who are graduating from the university will go directly to the JSS. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I heard someone arguing like that. So, but still, so like we aren't going to go directly to the JSS. There is no confirmation of that. So we, us as our first years, you see, we want to this grading system to be implemented, right? We are not quite sure about it, but as it goes, we are seeing that it is well, right? So comrades are not that much happy. They were saying that the issue of pass mark should be done away with, so that you just proceed to the next level.
To the next level.
Yeah.
But Rono, let's look at this at it this way.
Yes.
As a first year, you are really struggling. Adapting to Kenyatta University's environment, and then maybe you are not that a reader. You go to class, but you just a normal student, just not a librarian more of. So you do your cut with BA students. Let's use BA students or Bachelor of Science students, and you are 50 as a first year. It's your 50 is
It's a D.
it's a D.
Yes.
My 59.
While they are 59.
Yes.
My 59 is
Your
a D.
59 is a D
Yes.
in the School of Education.
Yes.
While a Bachelor of Arts student
Yes.
in the same institution, doing the same course with the same content, his
50.
50
I see.
is a C. As a first year, how do you feel about this?
We feel so bad. That is like you're demeaning others while others you are kind of promoting them, right? You just want to tell them that this is what you should be doing. Your work is easier, or this work is what you are doing is harder. So like you're like victimizing others, right? Yeah.
It's more of unfair.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Gabriel, because you have more knowledge about this. And why did the school decided that for CBC it will be 50, for BM it will be 40, and why just Kenyatta University? If you have information.
Well, thank you. You see, I always appreciate some of these interviews that you do conduct, because they really speaks a lot out there. And as a matter of fact, we, the leaders, tried to weigh this in considering all the options, considering all the reasons that might be there. Why is it that Kenyatta University now it is world class? We accept that, and it is mad of education, of course, entirely, because now it has produced very many people, very many teachers. We appreciate that. But now, somebody from a university, let me not even mention, but a small university somewhere, because you see, Kenyatta University, we are big. That teacher has gone through maybe the same system we are going through, having been taught probably close to the same content, having done the units that somehow relates. In the job market, this person gets an advantage, because that was not the basis of our discussion and arguments to foster for the revision of the grading system. Well, School of Education executive dean, tried also to reason with us. How is it going to be effective or maybe effective, especially for us who are going out maybe to search for a job? He said it's okay. Your arguments, your concerns, all the reasons you've given are valid. Let me see what I can do as executive dean. Of course, we have administration that need to implement after maybe the Senate has signed it into maybe into work. That is. So all the reasons having been told with my colleagues here are the same reasons that brought to a revision of the grading system. So with me, I'm okay, and I will be very happy, as the registrar said, this grading system to be revised so that it does not disadvantage anybody, it does not victimize anyone when maybe they're looking for a job, or maybe out on the job market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And just back to you, in a minute, how are you feeling now that the revision is to be done, and are you optimistic if the changes will pass?
Of course, before I answer your question, I also need you to feel my pain. Look at this situation. You have a biology subjects that you are doing, say, presentation. And that presentation is out of 40. Now, as you are doing presentation, and a student of a BSc, of course, you are in the same class as Chair has said. Then that student, you get, say, presentation, you have a 36 out of 40. And then the student will say, I'm not going to read. I only need 4 marks. That's for BSc. And for you, you say, I need 14. You go to the exam, of course, you get nothing. And the student just get, say 4. 4 is not, you just write a name and they say you have done something. You know, a person will require only 4 marks and you are doing the same effort. You know, it's a bit painful that you have to work harder. If you see people outside there KM drinking alcohol, you don't go to drink. You have to go back to class and read. And then another situation is we have those, say, we have people who graduated here in KU and they're still jobless, of course. And they were grading, say, they had an A of, it was 70? Yeah, they have an A of 70. They're still jobless. And now what about you? You have a 70 still at a very lower grade. Very disadvantageous. But if they, as the registrar said, that the grade will change, of course I'll feel it is a bit, they are listening to us. And I feel like the sitting government is doing work. And I'm very optimistic. And I feel very phantasmagorious to hear such things. Actually, it's good. I will say like maybe my GPA of 40 will go, say, even it will be a 50, according to what they said. So I feel that if they do so, we'll be having hopes. People are dying because of GPA. You are in third year and you have a GPA of 38. Now what are you doing? It happens.
Yeah.
So I think if they revise that, they give us our real grades like other students, because I don't think if there's something more special with us. If it is, then they should tell us. Because I thought that when they were saying that we had CBC, our grading is 50, that other universities will go another year after graduating. They'll have another year to go, I don't know, internship. The people of KU will not go for internship. But that's not happening. All of us, we are going. So there's no need of disadvantaging us. The thing is, what's the idea? So that we graduate, we enjoy life at KU.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be very optimistic. I'll be happy with that.
Okay. Just because I believe all of you are waiting for you're very optimistic, waiting for the right grade. Okay. And he's talked about you want your real grades.
That's our real grades.
Yeah, you talk about real grades. So because of time, let's talk about another matter now. We have people, this issue of grading system, it's only in Kenyatta University where everything is played politics. So there's politics to this grading system. Everyone wants glory. We did an article called Thieves of Glory. It had a lot of backlash. And of course, but I really want to talk about these issues. Like, are there thieves of glory in this grading system? Let's start with Rono.
Actually, from my side, I don't think there are any thieves of glory. Those who are the people that are being referred as thieves of glory are the people who also worked for it, right? So like they're just echoing what what has happened, right? So from my side, I don't
see any thieves of glory.
Yeah.
Okay, Bwana Chia, any thieves of glory, and I want you to clarify if just advocating for it on the first, and then you relax, and then keep going to the registrar, keeping to remind the registrar about this thing. Is there a difference between just saying it and championing for it?
Thank you so much, Bwana Bluesmile. First and foremost, I want to thank School of Education Congress team, led by Sajay Mwadime, Sandra Happiness, and the Deputy Majority Leader, that is Peter Fuller. Them have been very instrumental on matters grading system, and we cannot lower credit on them because that is what has been witnessed. They have been informing us on the progress. Even you see, normally you also need to give out an evidence of what you've been doing. But at the same time, I also want to thank other congresses, especially those congresses that are students in the School of Education and Lifelong Learning, for also being part and parcel of the entire process. What I could just discourage them is, please, when you post, we really appreciate what you intended maybe to do as far as the grading system is concerned. But please, sometimes you also need to link your appreciation, or if you want to tell people how you work, link with the person who have been at the core of the entire process. For example, Sajay has been there. Your congress may be in another faculty, not necessarily faculty, but maybe you are a congress, let's say, allow me to use an example. Maybe you are an SGC, for example. You are talking about the grading system. Please, because now it is School of Education and Lifelong Learning, and there is somebody there as a leader, in this case, the School of Education Congresses, Sajay Mwadime, just tag along so that it also shows kind of, you see, we need at least to appreciate them.
Yeah, not stealing the light.
Well, okay, nobody's stealing someone's light, yes, but you see, because also for political mileage, people tend to have a lot of PR and kind of stuffs. But I just encourage them that if they want to appreciate their own effort, then let them at least also tag along somebody who has been at the core of the entire process.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Your 30 cents on your 30 seconds on that tips of glory. Are there tips of glory, or as he has said, they should have tagged along the ones who were on the front line?
Just to be quick, just to those that he has appreciated, but you said that we call a spade a spade. You know, there's no way you needed to aspire and then you use your name alongside that I did this. Or, you know, you might have powers, but you don't do that. Or you may not have powers, but you do that. But after all, we as comrades, we appreciate whichever the way. Like if you want us to vote for you, of course, come up with something else, not necessarily grading system. Come and say that I did this, not necessarily, because this one, everybody's saying I did this, I went here. Even the chair here went to executive dean maybe. So he will say that I also advocated for this. But if you want us to vote for you, not necessarily that you say about the grading system. But for those who did, congratulations, Asante.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll just your last words because of time. Your last words, Rono.
Okay, thank you, Bluesmile, for having me here. It's been a pleasure with my elders, sharing some wisdom. I've had more. Let me just finish by saying this. The leaders should not be subjective. They should tell us the truth, right? So they should be straightforward and tell us what is happening. They should not be cutting corners everywhere, right? Yeah. Thank you so much. Pleasure.
Okay, thank you very much for that one, Chia. The last